There we go. Hello and welcome back. So I went and looked it up. There were two things that I wanted to, two more achievements I wanted to get in this game before we called it wrap. So to start with, we're gonna head over here. Oops, that in. There's another. There's a hidden area in here that we can get to. So apparently, if you're talking to someone, you can't take damage while in the dialogue. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump over. Oops. We want to jump into that space and fall down at the same time. I tried to get this information as, oops, as unspoilered as I can. That's the way to put it. Okay, so that's the button. Okay. Okay, I just gotta space it out right. I think that's all it is. Come on. Oh, that's a good spot. Nope. Okay. There we are. So there's that up there. We'll come down here and... Oh, we need this. We need the hat. Okay, circle over heart. Get a hat. Is there a safe way up? Probably not. No. So, circle over heart. And I'll probably have to... No, okay, we're good. We're good. Keep the hat. Alright. I'm hitting like just too late. Just barely too late on that. Oh, what am I doing? There we go. Got it. Depth space. Okay. Hey. Hello, I'm the lead dev of Orbo's Odyssey, Johnny. You might know me from Peeb Adventures demo, or if I'm lucky, the Nowhere, Michigan demo. In fact, it's because of Nowhere, Michigan, that this game began development. You see, since August 2022, I have been working hard on Nowhere, Michigan, and realized around February 2023 that I needed to secure some funding to continue development. The project was extremely large, after all, and a single person wouldn't be finishing it in any reasonable amount of time. The main hope was that I could somehow get enough money so my friend could quit his day job and help me build the full game. After attempts to get funding from a publisher sort of quietly fell through, I decided I'd just take matters into my own hands, try to develop a short game to generate revenue. I didn't really know what short game was going to be at the time, but while I was digging through some test projects, I found an experiment I had been working on in late 2022, where you could play as Orbo and freely fly around the map. Initially, this idea was going to become a roguelike combat arena game, but after some consideration, it felt a bit anemic. So it was eventually expanded into a slightly larger scope project, a movement-based platformer game. This, as you can see, resulted in Orbo's Odyssey. It began development early March 2023. Work was going smoothly for around a month and a half before I began to get severely depressed due to some issues in my personal life. The project stagnated for around 2 months as a result. I struggled to try and resume development, but I was generally not in a great place, and it seemed like Orbo was going to be in trouble. Eventually, though, I got a grip again. In late May, I began to work on the project again in earnest. Monolith Station had received a full-scale remake from the ground up. All of the levels had their gear parts configured. The game was starting to shape up. But I wasn't really happy with what I was creating, which sort of made things difficult again. The game felt extremely anemic. Again. Excuse me, sorry. Still getting over a cold. Actually, on that note, I should be opening chat. You guys are as cold as ever. Where is it? I can't navigate my phone. Here we are. Hello! Hello! But I wasn't really happy with that while I was creating. With what I was creating, which sort of made things difficult again. The game felt extremely anemic, though this was largely in part because there hadn't been any work done on the art, and just seeing the same gray box levels over and over was demoralizing. I continued working, but in late June I was able to team up with my friend Ben, and with his help a full art pass was done on the game. We also worked together to rework some elements of the original level designs to be more interesting, which is where puzzles like the shape key printer came from. Ben wasn't just helpful because of his great prop work and design ideas. Oh, the hat. That's what he's talking about, the shapes hat. It was also just great to have someone who actually cared about the project on board, beside myself. And thanks to this newfound motivation, I was able to add a separate secret ending to the game that was originally going to be scrapped. What we're seeing now wouldn't have been possible without Ben, so please remember to thank him for my sake. Anyhow, thanks for reading. You can find some of Ben's thoughts about the project on the other side of the room. Neat. Oh, this is not collidable. Oh, this is that level. If you're familiar with Nowhere, Michigan's narrative, you might find some of Orbo's Odyssey's world building to be familiar, particularly regarding terminology like poltergeist or vitagen. If you know about Nowhere, Michigan, and beat this game's secret ending, you're realizing there are some major connections being drawn between the two games. It's a bit difficult to explain without spoiling major elements of Nowhere's narrative, but I'll try to give a spoiler-free explanation for what's happening here. I may look into that. We might play that Nowhere, Michigan in the future. Essentially, Nowhere, Michigan and Orbo's Odyssey take place in the same universe, but on different timelines. The divergent point is just before the beginning of Nowhere, Michigan. Millions and millions of years before Orbo's Odyssey, there's a reality where James' brother is also killed in the reactor detonation, and he goes by himself to Nowhere, Michigan, to figure out what happened. This results in him eventually picking a fight with the entity that brought consciousness to Earth, and James is killed. This entity, referred to as Mystery Star, is disturbed that one of her own creations would try to attack her, decides to wipe out humanity and start over, recreating them until she gets it right. Oh, that's what the Grandma Star was like, talking about. The thing is, she never does. Every time she allows humanity to flourish again, one person will come and try to kill her. They come in many different forms, but this person is the upstart, the instigator for the cycle of humanity to reset. But decades before the events of Orbo's Odyssey, the boss, Orbo's unseen employer in this game, rediscovers the Misery Star, and somehow finds a way to incapacitate her, effectively ending the cycle. He uses her properties to create vitagen from dead human bodies and creates an industry around smart machines. This can be seen with the game's final boss, which I won't talk about here. If the Misery Star hadn't been weakened beyond repair, Orbo would have been the upstart. I think that's a typo. That caused the next reset. But thanks to his boss's meddlings, his story ended before he was even born. Anyway, a lot of that probably sounded like gibberish, but I promise it will eventually be explained in other games. Thanks for reading, and check out Ben's side of the story, on the other side of the room, if you haven't already. Take that. God. Hello, kissers. Welcome again to Dev Space in my Benjamin's clone. I'm gonna use my little clone space here to share my experience working on Orbo specifically from a design standpoint. I'm just gonna go over each level and say the bits and bobs where I chipped in, big or small, methinks. 1. Schlarp City. Schlarp City. This is the first level we worked on during the Art Pass. I redesigned the stage. Existing as a cool, wonky city without a real, strong theme to it, I suggested we go in the direction of 1950s fake nuclear town. This is the reason behind the inclusion of fake cardboard people, an ominous ice cream set piece. Also, because we are unable to help ourselves, the city also features an ongoing Dracula invasion. 2. Dunbarrow Mines. This is probably my favorite from a design standpoint, as it includes my magnum opus, Green Crystal Meal Food Executive Puzzle. I came up with the whole thing one morning at 6 a.m. while thinking really hard, driving to the airport, and eating a chicken sandwich. Also, Orbo Wear Finger. 3. Sleepy Time Manor. Sleepy Time was honestly so chill for me. I was mostly just grinding out the Mausoleum assets while trying to make a whole gnome side quest. Wild stuff, man. Takes long drag on candy cigarette. 4. Monolith. This one easily had the biggest redesign post Art Pass, but it also has the strongest level. Is also the strongest level in my opinion from a design standpoint for it. While initially being about having to solve a series of challenges to open a door, we decided that it would be way more interesting for the entire level to be based around the concept of making your own gear part. This level also has the crazy shape, which is my best idea maybe ever. Anyways, that was my little speech. Hope you like this little world and hope you have a lovely day. I didn't catch that we were, like, making a gear in that one, though. Goodbye. After you leave, I'm going to kill an MAI, Johnny. Real. And hello, lovers. It's me, Ben. In video game form and space once again. Welcome to Dev Space. I'm going to use my little platform here to share my experience working on Orbo from the perspective of the lead artist. For context, I was brought on to help around the end of June 2023, after the bulk of the work on the game was already finished. My job was to create the majority of environmental decorations to help flesh out the unique worlds you explore as Orbo, some of which you can see next to me here. In around 3 weeks, I had modeled and textured 42 unique objects, which was a lot, I think. My 3 favorite models I've made are probably the barrel, the tombstone, and the Schlarp City ice cream truck. Also, I got so much leverage out of that one Dracula stock photo like you wouldn't believe, finding it was sort of a blessing that bled into every new level we worked on. Addendum. I am stupid. Spent $99 New Zealand dollars on the stock photos by accident in the process of working on the game. Now give me a little smooch and be on your way, praying that I beat Video Game University with an A+ in the real world. Thank you, you will live forever, and are an angel, and are God's beautiful blessed with money and power eternity. Johnny, do not fix anything going on here or I'll kill you. Oh, this one has a glitch. Cool. that is dev space. Can we leave? Can leave. Cool, that was the first area I want to check out. The other one's going to be out here. There should be a window I can jump through. Perpendicular. Ah, okay. Neat. Oh, hey, didn't think you'd come around here. Oh, that's not his voice. I'm sorry, I've gone through the halls to the boss's office like God knows how many times, and I never knew about this. Yeah, just found it myself. I guess you guys have a duck infestation or something. Haha. I could take care of this for you for a price. Considering how much this job sucks, I'd honestly rather just have the ducks enjoy this room. Haha! That's the right answer. I was actually gonna say you would have to pay me an absurd amount of money. Just an absolutely absurd amount of USD to liquidate these ducks. Honestly, I wish the grinder killed you. Same here. Ha ha ha. Hey, it's Ducker. Ah! There it is. Cool, that's everything I wanted to get done in this game. Yeah. See what time it is. Oh yeah, we're not too late behind everything. I'm gonna go ahead and separate this out in the recording. So I'm gonna end stream for a couple of minutes and get the next game opened up and stream title changed and everything. So I'll be right back.